Hey everybody, this video is going to go over how to create an APA reference entry for a journal article that you found online, like say through Google Scholar. Be sure to like and subscribe below so that we can keep these videos coming. We're going to start off at the APA Styles website, where it talks about the elements that go into an APA reference entry. Those are 4 elements, beginning with the author, then the date, then the title, and then the source. So authors, of course, are listed as last name, comma, and then first and middle initials. And all of the authors up to 20 are listed that way. At the end of the author, you make sure that there's a period at the very end after the last initials. Then you move on to the date. Now for journal articles, we only need a year. They go in parentheses, and then you put a period after that. Other types of sources need a more expanded date, but a journal article only needs the year. After the date is the title. Now APA uses sentence casing, so the first word is capitalized, proper nouns in a title are capitalized, and the first word after a colon, question mark, exclamation mark, or period in a title would get a capital letter. None of the other content words are capitalized. After the title element, you put a period and you move on to the source element. Now the source space is basically to tell me as a reader or an instructor where to find your source. So for journal articles, that would be the journal title, volume number, issue number, page numbers, and then a DOI if possible. And if there's no DOI, you could use a URL instead. So let's look at what an example would look like. So I found this article on Google Scholar, and you have to sometimes look around on a web page to find the information that you need. So I know I need author, date, title, and source information. So of course I have my authors listed here. There's my title. Now sometimes with journals like this, where you're looking at a PDF scan of the original text, you might want to tilt your head to the side on the left side or tilt your head to the right and look at the side margins may contain some of the information that you're looking for that source section. The other place that you can look is at the very bottom of the page. Now here's a good example. Let me move that up. This is the information that I need. So in order, it gives me my page numbers, journal title, date, volume number, and issue number. So those are all of the pieces that I need to build the reference entry for this particular source. So for example, I would start this out by listing all of these authors, and it would be Cameron, comma, S period, space, A period. Then you'd put a comma and you'd go to the next person and you'd list all of them. Now before the last one, we wouldn't use the word and, we would use shift 7, ampersand, and then the last one would be Griswold, comma, T period, L period. After that, you would use the date. So we only need the year in parentheses. The year was listed down here, 2011. You'd put that in parentheses and then a period. Then you would do the article title. So up here, this title is capitalized correctly. It begins with the capital letter, and then the proper noun North American is capitalized, and that's it. You'd put a period after B's, and then you would move on to the source space. So I'm going to need my journal title, volume, issue, pages, and a DOI. So I'm going to go back down to where I saw all that information down here. So I would put PNAS as my journal title. That gets italics, put a comma, and then 108. 108 is in italics because that's the volume number. There's no VOL period or V period or anything. It's just 108 in italics. Then don't put a space and you put parentheses 2. Okay, that notes issue number 2, but that is not in italics. And then you put a comma and then the page numbers. You would put 662-667 and then a comma. You do not put P period or anything like that. It's just the numbers themselves. The last part that I need is the DOI. Now, if I look over here, this won't let me just copy and paste, and that's not formatted really right anyway, but if I click on it, this will take me to another page, a place where I can see this, and right there is a DOI that I can just copy and paste into my works cited entry or my reference entry. So that is how you want your DOIs to be listed. It starts with the HTTPS and ends with the number. You'd copy and paste that into your reference entry. So if you wanted to see what that looks like, here it is. Now you can look in the author spaces. There are a lot of just letters, periods, and commas. That is okay. That is normal. It's what it's supposed to look like. When you get to the end of the last author, you have your year in parentheses with a period, title, period at the end of that, journal title in italics with a comma, the volume number, 108, in italics, then the number 2 in parentheses, not in italics, but no space between them, comma, page numbers, comma, and the DOI. And again, we do not put a period at the end of this link like you would for MLA, because it might impact the functionality of the link. And APA says you want your links to be functional. So I hope that helps and that you can use this as a model for any articles from Science Direct that you are, or from any online journal articles that you are using for your project. So good luck on your project and have a great day.